A restaurant worker turned counter-protester at his wit's end.
I want to go back to work. I want these people to protest properly. I don't even want them to go home. I want them to stop holding Ottawa hostage.
A message Convoy demonstrators around him tried to drown out.
They're trying to disrupt this interview, obviously.
Protesters say they just want to be heard.
All the restrictions 2 years ago are more dangerous than the noise that we heard today.
This is day 6. The downtown of a G7 capital still shut down. Roads impassable, businesses closed, and now demonstrators building their own structure in a park to use as a community kitchen. Authorities requested they remove propane for safety, then they brought it back in. A new sign protesters aren't going anywhere.
Our departure will be based on the Prime Minister doing what is right, ending all mandates and restrictions on our freedoms.
As demonstrators dig in, some Conservative MPs are facing criticism for meeting with them and calling them patriotic.
Their behavior was disgraceful, to be perfectly blunt.
Don't just call them a bunch of radicals. And that's what this government has done. They haven't come out and talked to them.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The Conservatives' new interim leader, her first question to government, a plea.
We need to have some solution. There needs to be an olive branch. Where is that?
But the Prime Minister earlier had said there won't be one.
Showing hateful symbols of genocide, of racism. These are things that are absolutely unacceptable, and the people of Ottawa deserve to have their lives back.
As the politics play out, police started ticketing for honking, transporting unsecured fuel cans, and driving the wrong way. But some say that won't drive them out.
We're outnumbering the police, and at one point, when the Americans start doing it too, how is that going to look over in the States?
Actually, let's talk money as the protest continues to cost Ottawa police hundreds of thousands of dollars. The protesters still waiting for their funds to be released. What's happening with that Gofundme page?
Well, Ian, organizers say that they incorporated it into a not-for-profit. Now, that's a move to try and release about $10 million in donations that currently GoFundMe has under review. Meanwhile, a parliamentary committee today, they voted unanimously on an NDP motion to ask GoFundMe to appear before a public safety committee as soon as possible and to question them about what they do to ensure that donations are not used as a vehicle to fund extremism.
All right, Ashley, thank you.
Thank you.
And let's take a look at those other parts of Canada where officials are preparing for planned protests, and one is already in progress. In southern Alberta, police have been negotiating to clear demonstrators from a highway to the U.S. border.
I don't have a line in the sand drawn, right? This is a constant state of evolving evaluation, right? This changes minute by minute, hour by hour.
What has remained constant, says the officer, is the dialogue with protesters. This afternoon, they let traffic flow once again. But tonight, protesters told CBC News they were going to clear the area, and then late tonight said that position had been reversed. It remains dynamic. In Quebec City, police are bracing for a protest that could snarl traffic as the annual Carnival celebrations are about to get underway. In Winnipeg, staff of the Manitoba legislature have been urged to work from home on Friday as a demonstration threatens to erupt there. Toronto expects protests downtown this weekend. The city's mayor said elected officials can't give police direct orders.
I have made it clear to Chief Raymer that we must work together to do everything we can to avoid the kind of situation currently faced by Ottawa residents and businesses, to keep Toronto residents safe and to try to ensure that any protests are respectful and peaceful.
Police barricades have been set up at the provincial legislature where the protest is expected to focus.